Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? Welcome to the first ever McFarlane Toys Tuesday here on the PacPhotos channel. And as you saw in my previous post before, I'm trying to give a little bit more structure to my channel and like what I'm going to release in terms of content. So at least once a month you will see a McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse review, a Marvel Legends Monday, and then some other original content in between, like you saw like last week with the Marvel Select versus the Marvel Legends comparison. But without further ado, let's get started with the unboxing of this figure. And tonight we're going to look at the new DC Multiverse Batman 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Comedian. This is my first pickup of 2021 for the DC Multiverse line, and this is a GameStop exclusive. I think it's still available on their site. If not, it's give you the option, I think, to pick up in store. And even though this is a McFarlane Toys Tuesday, we're still going to start the review off like we usually do with the box art first. So on the side of the packaging, you see the Batman 3 Jokers up at the top, then you see the Joker, the Comedian, and then of course Batman 3 Jokers underneath. And then on the back of the packaging, you see the full artwork of the Joker, the Comedian, as well as other figures in the line. Alright, that's enough about the box art. Let's get the figure out of the packaging. And here's the Joker, the Comedian, out of the packaging. Let's take a look at his accessories first. So first accessory we're going to look at is a DC base plate that you see with all the McFarlane Toys figures, not just the DC Multiverse ones. You see him with every single line he's got, the My Hero one, the Mortal Kombat, the Spawn, whatever. Of course, just like the other DC Multiverse figures in the line, he also comes with the trading card. And I just want to mention that McFarlane Toys should probably find a better way to package the card in the box, because it's hard to open this up without bending the damn thing, because when you remove the adhesive, the entire box bends, so it then ends up bending the card. And then on the back of the card is a read-up on the Joker, the Comedian. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. Next accessory we're going to look at is the crowbar. And I think we've seen this before with the Red Hood figure, which was, I think, a gold label or platinum label, whatever the hell it is he's doing. And then he comes with a camera. I was looking forward to getting this accessory with a figure, because I'll probably use it with my Peter Parker figure as well. But it's reminiscent of one of those manual cameras back in the 80s. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the figure itself. And one thing I did want to note is I was worried that when this figure was first announced that this shadow part was like Photoshop, but it is actually painted on there. So that's cool, because it always has like that menacing shadowed area on his face. And overall, the sculpt of the jacket looks nice. I do have to commend McFarlane. They do a good job with sculpting these like rubber material that almost makes it look like soft goods, so you don't necessarily need soft goods. You hear that, Fabio? But it is a pretty plain color scheme. It's just different variations of purple on the suit. His ass is showing right there. But this outfit is reminiscent to me of The Killing Joke, which I've watched and read. It's probably one of my favorite Batman comics out there. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it. I'm not going to go too much in articulation. What I will say, though, is when it comes to these figures with like these trench coats or the outfits that go over the legs that hinder the articulation, I do wish McFarlane would consider putting a damn thigh swivel in there, because there's not any right here. He did put a thigh swivel in that Dark Knight Returns figure for that Build-A-Horse, but he wouldn't do it on this figure, which I don't understand. It's just one more cut, and it wouldn't be shown. It'd be underneath the trench coat, so I don't know why he didn't apply that, because I think a thigh swivel would be very important, especially in situations like this, when you're trying to pose the figure, but it's hindered by the damn jacket. All right, now we're going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Jokers from the DC Multiverse line from McFarlane Toys. We have the Arkham Asylum Joker and the Joker from the White Knight. And next size comparison, here he is next to some more DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys. We have the Action Comics Blue Variant Batman and the Red Hood from the 2-pack that came with Nightwing. And next size comparison, here he is standing next to a couple Harley Quinn figures from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. We have the Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad movie and Harley Quinn from the comics. Now for a random ass size comparison, but still keeping it within the McFarlane Toys brand, here he is next to a couple of McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia figures. We have Deku, not Todoroki, and Ochako, My Shiden Heart. And last size comparison, here he is standing next to the Todd McFarlane figure. Alright, so my overall thoughts on the figure is that it's good. It's not great, but it is a good figure. It was the only one of the 3 Jokers that I actually wanted to pick up, and the fact that it was a GameStop exclusive made me a little hesitant, because as you know, lately with exclusives, they kind of sell it really fast with the bots or whatever, but I had no issues picking this up, so it was all good. I definitely like the sculpt, because like I said, like McFarlane Toys always nails it with sculpts. Where it lacks is articulation. I do wish this figure had a thigh cut, because it would make a world of a difference when posing this figure. I do like the sculpt of the trench coat, and like I mentioned, McFarlane Toys does a good job with the trench coat, or the sculpting of the coat, that it looks like it's soft goods, but it's not. You hear that, Fabio? Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, YouTubers. What do you think about this figure? Will you be picking it up? And yeah, feel free to sound off in the comments below. And like always, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe. Thanks for watching.